Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap. Love After Lockup, The Reckoning, Season 5, Episode 11, and Onion of Laal, Season 5, Episode 12. Why we had to get 2 separate hours, child, to make up the 2 hours, 2 separate episodes, only God knows. But, baby, we going to talk about it, make it do what it do, all right? Things that I did not have on my 2023 day after Thanksgiving, all right, when we trying to watch this and chill with the family. Bingo card was Asanti and Daggone Renika back on my damn TV screen. I said I should have known when I saw that warning. I said, we TV, why are we talking about, rest in peace to Ashanti and the fact that he is no longer amongst us? Why are we bringing that back up? They said, oh, Tamika, you gonna see. And we goddamn Renika still over here taking calls talking about how she loved him, okay? If he would ask her to come and be with him today, she would be. She would marry him in a heartbeat. He's still the love of her, her life, her heart still skip a damn beat. I said, I know y'all freaking lying. Another thing that was not on my bingo card, child, we had Anthony out here biting, child. He done bit damn Shereé back. I said, not biting your back, girl. What the hell is going on out here in these streets? Also did not have, Andy being married. I said, child, Andy, you still married? Lies. I mean, we knew you was out here lying and keeping some stuff to yourself, too. Andy said, yeah, I'm a PIMP, okay? I still had some secrets I was holding to the vest, too. Child, I did not have Chelsa being the one that we needed to look out for. Chelsa got a dumpster fire burning in her backyard. She making me scream, Mikey, run, Mikey, run, Mikey, run, okay? Go home to your damn daughter, Hadley, and start a daggone relationship with her instead of worrying about starting one with damn Chelsa, child, because she doing too damn much for me, okay? Things that I did see coming that we all, I think, knew was that Jomi was going to turn that damn car around and go back for Red. That is just what was going to happen. We also knew that Andy dumb behind was still going to send Britney $200 freaking dollars that she's still over here scrounging for. And we knew that she was going to go and spend that $500 on some damn drugs, child. She out here talking about she used it all up on meth, but now she want help getting a damn care package for her daughter. Girl, bye. We knew Rock and Britney was still going to be crying about this goddamn want to have a baby. Child, if I hear about this baby one more freaking time, the last thing either one of them need to be doing is worried about having a damn child, okay? And we basically, also knew that Donna ass was still not going to be liking Melissa. She still was going to be hooking him up with somebody, and I don't think any of us was surprised to see her sitting drinking in a daggone bar because she looked like she's a damn lush, okay? Anyway, y'all, we got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and get into it. Take it from the top, break it on down. You know how we do. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We gonna do this as we go because they did split this up into 2 different episodes. So I'm just trying to figure out, who I should start with, what I should start with, being as though they split it into 2. I didn't realize they was doing that. To be honest, they didn't really need to. They probably could at least cut this down to an hour and 30 minutes and just got to the freaking point. But, it is what it is. So we will start, how we normally start in terms of who just really did not have much going on, in my opinion, that their stories can just pretty much be, told quick, fast, and in a hurry, and then move on into some of the other ones. So as far as, Shereé, child, we will start with her because, baby, I definitely didn't see that coming. We pick up this episode with her packing up stuff and just basically saying, she calling mama and she saying, can you come over? I got this box ready for you to go ahead and, get this stuff of Anthony's. And she's like, child, I felt like Anthony was cheating, like he was talking to some other woman. And I went and I got that phone and I looked into it. And sure enough, I was 110% right. That's exactly what he was doing. If you're somebody that's supposed to be somebody's fiance, then why do you have calls that's in your phone where you over here talking about, I miss you, I can't wait to see you, and I care about you so much and all of that, just basically all kind of inappropriate stuff. And she said, baby, he bit me on my damn back. I said, what? I definitely was not freaking expecting that at all, okay? I said, I know you damn lying, child. And mama came over and actually was like, look, I can't make no excuses for this. He was dead wrong or whatever. I got him in anger management class. He definitely cannot think that he could just be out here in these streets doing those type of things and there's no type of repercussions. And like, you supposed to be somebody that's just stupid waiting on the side and accepting whatever bull that he want to dish out. Like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Right. And so, although, a lot of times his mom came off a certain type of way, I definitely respected her for, having that take on the situation, because that was the right take to have. Okay. How some people could just want to defend their child no matter what. Now, she doesn't press charges because she doesn't want him to go back to jail or whatever. Right. Even though, in my opinion, she probably should have, but whatever. So she packing up his stuff in the box and saying that, she's basically done with him. She's putting herself first. She can't have that type of behavior around her or her son. And I'm with her all the way when she's saying that part or whatever, right? But then you're also saying, you're praying to be able to have your peace and find your way. And you're praying that he would be able to get back together and, he would be able to do the right thing and come back to you. And I'm like, girl, what? But we know, or if you don't know, you will know now, that Anthony ass ended up getting locked back up any damn way. And they're saying that he actually has, allegedly several different domestic violence situations in his past, and he was recently locked back up for some cocoa, and the cocoa amount is giving me that he's probably using it for his damn self, not even distributing it or whatever, right? So Anthony still was not ready to be out here and be in no damn committed family, which I think a lot of us already knew. And this is what aggravates me and agitates me about a lot of these women making the decision to bring somebody around their child that they do not know, even though she did have a history in the past with him, more than what a lot of these women up here do, where she knew him from where she was a teenager. You still have not been around him in X amount of years. He still was locked up for X amount of years, and that's still not somebody that I would just bring back into my child's life and be saying here talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make him to be this father figure in my child's life. And then he had the nerve to want to talk to her son's father and tell him what kind of father he was supposed to be, right? But she said, ain't no man supposed to walk over no woman. That's what his mama said, and we definitely ain't gonna do that. So she was like, at the end of the day, I respect you doing what you gotta do for you. And she did go ahead and ask mama for the keys back, and mama gave her the keys back. And she was like, you put in your morals and your principles and stuff like that first. I'm not going to ask you to do something that I wouldn't even do, myself. And so, at the end of the episode, we did hear that Anthony was still in the anger management. But like I said, he still ended up getting into trouble anyway. So I don't know how much of a help, if any, that anger management was. Maybe he will get some more, while he's inside. But his mother was saying obviously she's learned from some of the past experiences that she went through, and she would have did the same thing, and that's the bottom line, But Shereé was still being like a little light on the situation as far as I'm concerned, and just still leaving that door open, waiting on him. And even since he's got locked back up, it's been like, her having things where she's putting out posts and saying that she's still waiting on him and she still got his back and things of that nature. So I think that pretty much tells us all we need to know where that's concerned. Okay, now moving on from there, child, because we just really not gonna spend a lot of time on things that don't need to be spent a lot of time on. But that did kind of shock me. I was not expecting to hear about him biting up on her. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all about that. I don't know if y'all felt shocked or not, but put it in the comments, okay? We also had Red and Jomi, and like I said, this was not no shock to nobody, child. We pretty much picked up the beginning of episode 11 with him calling and saying after the 7 years, after everything we've been through, after all that has happened, after the plans that we made, you just gonna leave me here like this. He's calling her over and over and over, leaving all different kind of messages. When he first had her on the phone, she's saying, nah, she gone, and it's like 7 years, you just gonna leave it like that. Obviously, you didn't care that much about the 7 damn years because you didn't have a problem with cheating, which, by the way, you still basically didn't want to mention nothing about that to her. You trying to make it seem like if you just went for a walk and, we was saying that we didn't know each other and that we didn't have, inkling or how we would be on the outside, and that there's going to be things about you that I'm going to see and things about me that you're going to see, and we have to get to know each other, which is true, but we all know that it was way more than that. And so we just basically continuing to play damn games and lie about shit was what it boiled down to with Red. And at first, Janomi's trying to play it off. She goes back to the hotel. She sleeps some more, which I was like, wasn't y'all supposed to be leaving that same day? Now, all of a sudden, you got time to drive back to the hotel, which was 4 hours away from where he was at. You got time to fall asleep. It's 8 hours later. You are packing the clothes. You apparently seen all these missed calls and got all these messages that came through in the hours where you were sleeping. You still crying and packing the suitcase and saying, well, I'm already gone and I'm not turning back and I don't know what to do because it was these promises that we made and my son was expecting him to, come back home, and I was expecting him to be a father figure. Here we go again. We stay hearing this throughout the damn episodes from these different damn women, and everything that you put into it, so therefore you're so confused you don't know what to do. And I'm like, girl, get on the damn plane and leave. Like, it's really not that hard. But of course, that's not what she does. We get back to him and him messaging and calling and saying he don't want to lose his family this way, and he wanted to be able to start life and go to where they trying to go together, whatever the case may be. And eventually, as he's calling and calling and calling, of course, surprise, who you think come knocking at the door and is there to pick him up. And he's like, thank you, baby. You my guardian angel that God sent here to be with me. I can't wait till I get to our home. I can't wait for us to start our life. I'm so excited. He talking about all the different sex that they supposed to have. We gonna have it in the damn pizza spot, the laundromat, okay, wherever we possibly can, the airport. We gonna just be humping and grinding all the damn round, right? And they see this place where you can basically go and break up, the stuff in there, whatever. And he was like, that's a good way to release, and that he has seen videos and pictures of it and always want to go there. And Janomi was saying, yeah, she wanted to go there too. And she's asking him, like, is he nervous, or feeling a type of way about leaving home? And he's basically like, nah, I'm just pretty much excited and looking forward to this life that we're going to have together. I'm looking forward to meeting your mom, your dad, your sis, And she's like, I'm looking forward to you meeting them too, meeting her son and everything like that, and just building this life together. And we all know that they did not freaking make it anyway. And he online telling people how he gave her damn permission to sleep with other people, but it was just supposed to be that she wasn't supposed to get pregnant. That was the problem that he had supposedly had after they sat up here lying on this damn show. So, child, I just whatever with them, and they gonna be on damn Life After Lockup too. It's a hot mess, but nonetheless, we saying how we gonna be going on this damn journey together. I'll just say, child, whatever, right? So now we basically also had Louis and Melissa, who also are gonna be on Life After Lockup. And right now, we still supposedly on this pause. We saying that is a pause because we want him to grow up. We want him to be a man. We want him to show that he have this independence. We not liking the way that he's going and all this, just making up different damn excuses. And we got him, child, going to the dentist to finally get this work done or whatever. And I'm sorry, but I could not look up at the TV during that whole time because I was eating my food, and I was like, I really don't need to see all of this. Now, his face did look funny when they first put the teeth in and he first smiled. Of course, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to take time for you to get used to it. He's in his feelings about it. He's not happy. He's being a little bit cranky at this point. And when he called Melissa, she definitely was not hoping the situation to go along any better. She over here laughing at it and stuff. And so that was just irritating and agitating him even more. And he's like, oh, you don't like it and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, well, I really can't tell yet. And maybe we can go ahead and get them smaller. But they was telling him that that's because it's still new. Once that, they adjust and he get used to it and stuff like that, it is basically going to be, better for him or whatever, right? And so he had basically just hung up the phone and really, was just not in the mood to hear Melissa or any of her commentary on his mouth or whatever, right? I didn't think they looked that bad, but it was a little weird. But I think it was weird because you've only had a certain amount of teeth in your mouth, and your mouth was basically sunk in. And now because you have these new ones, your mouth is going to be sore from them pulling the other teeth out. And it's also going to take time for you to get used to these ones, and it's going to make your face look more fuller. So they said he would have to do like maybe 3 more visits, and he is going to have to get some time for the swelling and that, to go down, and for the pain to subside and things of that nature or whatever. So, okay, you can understand him being a little cranky. And then, it made me laugh so damn hard when she basically at first was kind of laughing, and he was like, you're having the reaction that everybody else is having. He's like, it don't look good. And she was like, well, maybe it's a little big or whatever, right? And that's when she was like, I'm just not used to seeing you like this, but it's better to have teeth than no teeth at all, or whatever the case may be, right? And that's when she had brung up the whole thing of maybe it possibly him being able to get, a smaller set. And so he was like, well, anyway, thank you. I appreciate you or whatever, right? And then we still get back to the same thing of her talking about some, you and your mother, and you be with your mother. And he was like, yeah, you putting me on pause like I'm a damn movie. Only movies go on pause. Relationships don't go on pause. And so, he was like, I've just been aggravated all day or whatever, right? And, he said the day has started off so crazy, and of course, he's more aggravated because he don't know what's really happening between them. And she was like, oh, you're just not getting it. That's why I put you on pause. And he's like, yeah, I'm not getting it. So why don't you explain to me exactly what it is? Like, you have this damn checklist. And she was like, no, you're not being serious about anything. And of course, we get back to just it all being about his mom. She's jealous of his mom. His mom is jealous of him. That part of it just annoys the hell out of me, right? So he was like, he don't really know what the hell they supposed to accomplish by any of this or whatever, right? And at one point, she gets frustrated with him and told him, well, good night to you, your mama, and your teeth. Now, that part made me laugh. I'm sorry. It was funny. I ain't even going damn lie. So he said he not sure that him and Melissa is basically headed in the right damn direction or whatever, right? You, your mom, and your teeth have a good night. That was hilarious to me. So basically, the next thing we seeing his mama calling him from the bar. And I said, oh, so yeah, she's a little drunk. Okay, I can't say I'm surprised at that. She ain't got no man. She ain't got nothing else going on in her life, but she go over to the bar to have a drink. So she had called him and was telling him, oh, I'm not drunk or nothing. I just had like a beer or two. And she had him coming to pick her up. And, she's telling this girl at the damn bar, like, oh, yeah, he's single. He ain't got nobody. And it's like, that's so disrespectful, regardless of how you feel about Melissa and the fact that you don't want him to be with what be with her, which you've never lied about. I'm like, I'm really sick of Zana. You putting out all his business for everybody in the damn bar, to hear. You're on TV. This is being freaking recorded. And you sitting here saying he's single, he ain't got nobody, he free, and how this lady should go ahead and get into his life and be with him. And, anybody but Melissa, you freaking like. But you got such a damn problem with Melissa, but you literally trying to hook him up with every other damn person in every freaking store in the damn town. I just find that to be like really damn ridiculous, to be honest. And the girl's like, oh, yeah, is he single? Like, I've always liked him. Oh, but I thought he was with somebody. And what happened with that girl? And she throwing out all their business, or what she feel is their business, in the streets of the damn girl. And whoever could freaking hear, whatever the case may be. And by the time Louis gets there, he's like, being polite. Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing? He's like, I'm good. And it's like, oh, yeah, well, I heard about you, and I heard that you single, and I hope you have other choices. And I love the fact that Louis was like, yeah, I know I have other choices, and my choice is damn Melissa. Like, that's who I choose, whether my mother likes it or not. That's the person that I'm in the relationship with. That's who I'm trying to be with. And that's that on that. I did appreciate him for having that attitude, because mama really, like, regardless, I don't like damn Melissa either. I think she cuckoo for damn Cocoa Puffs. But I also think that that's for them to figure out, and that she was just doing a little too much, and that was definitely being disrespectful. for her to do that, and you wouldn't like it if it was the other way around. Homegirl over here throwing her damn sweater off her shoulders and really trying to put herself out there to damn Louis. I said, Lord, these people desperate as hell. So, she's going on and on too. The girl trying to tell him, like, make sure you're doing the right thing. Make sure that you have other options and other things that you can have going on in your life. And, Donna's essentially saying, like, if you don't want to listen to what I say, listen to her. She has a good point here. She talking about Louis could be a hell of a man with the right woman and all this other shit. I said, child, y'all damn people got too much time on y'all hands. Meanwhile, this is Louis, 2 months out of prison, and he's actually saying that, yeah, well, I've chose Melissa, and I'm actually getting ready to be moving out there. And then they want to tell him, like, oh, well, that could be a mistake. And when the girl was asking him what he been having going on, he was like working, and she's like, that's good. She's saying that she been thinking a lot about stuff, and he's like, mama talking about how there's other people opinions, and he was like, yeah, well, I'm good, I'm in love with her, I know what I want. And then mama saying, oh, you don't know that, you haven't even been with her that long. And he's like, well, that's what I feel like, I have, and that's what I feel like I want, and I appreciate it and everything, but I'm choosing her. And mama shaking her head the whole damn time, because it's not the choice she want. He said actually he's eligible to go over to her, so he's actually thinking about taking a visit and going to Jersey to see her soon. She's like, he's telling them that he's gonna surprise her, and mama, of course, saying that's not gonna be a good idea. And he's like, I talked to my probation and I got permission, so that's all that's mattered. I made bad decisions in my life previously, but I'm trying to do things a different way now. And she's over here telling him, like, he's a good guy and he deserves the best, and everybody makes mistakes and you learn from it. And he's like, yep, you're correct, I appreciate that. And mama still was trying to be like, you should listen to what she have to say. I don't have to listen to shit, lady. You should listen to what the hell I'm telling you, because obviously you ain't paying attention to a damn thing that your son is talking to you about. She keeps telling her how Melissa could be so demanding. I said, and you too, that's why y'all don't like each other, because y'all actually the same damn person. Whoo, child. But anyway, basically she ended up telling him that she deserved better. She was still trying to tell Louis he deserved better than that. And he just was like, okay, thank you, and smiling like, next. So that was pretty much that with them, child. He on his way, I guess, to get ready to go see Melissa, because we see him end up surprising her when we get to damn Love After Life After Lockup next week. These damn shows confusing me now, y'all. So, moving on from them, we had Britney and Rock. Britney was still crying, telling them don't follow her outside. She don't want to talk about nothing. Rock asking her, she crying. She over here like, no, I'm not. Knowing damn well she is. We pretty much having the same argument that we have heard 10,000 times already, okay? Oh, it doesn't have to be right this minute, but I do want to have it. Why don't you just leave me alone? I don't want to talk about it, because now you acting like you don't want nothing with me. Do you even still want to marry me? And he's like, yeah, I want to marry you. I'm not going nowhere, but I'm just saying you have to understand that doctor really put a whole lot of stuff out there of what this entails, and that's really scary, or whatever the case may be. And you got to be able to make some kind of compromise and agreement with me too. And her just basically saying that he's always seeing things his way, but he doesn't see it from her perspective. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, child. It literally was nothing different, okay? And then we had them go actually have a moment at the gravesite where, Rock brother passed away. And, we said a prayer and we did a freestyle at the gravesite, child. And I said, okay, and, just the big impact that it had on his life, and the fact of him really reevaluating and saying, here it is, we've been arguing over this whole pregnancy thing or baby thing every minute, but we really have to go ahead and live our lives. Like, you never know what can happen from day to day. My brother, was in the streets and was doing different things, but then he had actually tried to turn his life around and do the things in a different way. And how ironic it was that the gravesite was like right there in front of where the train passes and things of that nature. And so, that's a lot of weight that he carries from that situation as well. And just saying that this is even more reason why you got to push yourself and you got to live your life to the best, and you can't sit there and argue and worry about, different little petty things or whatever. So, I got where they was going with that. And him and Britney was just really crying a whole lot. Now, moving on from there, child. Asanti and Rea, if you would have told me that they was going to be back on this damn TV screen again, I thought we had gotten rid of them. I thought we was never going to see them again. I would have said, I know you freaking lying. But no, okay. One more time again for the road, right? And so we see her with her daughters. We see her look like she chefed up a whole bunch of stuff. We about to have a cookout. We about to have a little family time, a little family dinner. We got the other family coming in visiting. Apparently, I guess she said, look, I done picked up everything. I done moved all the way down here to Atlanta. Might as well make the best of it. It actually looked like her daughters have adjusted good. It looked like she coming along with her life. The family coming in to celebrate her and her choice, even though it was a dumb choice as far as her moving down here for a man. But it actually looks like we working out good. And we like, yeah, girl, we here to see what you got going on, what is happening. Me and you, we need to talk, okay? Baby, only for her to turn around and be like, yeah, because Asante, I still got him. I'm still down for him. I still love him. And the sister like, I'm confused. And then I'm like, I'm confused. And mama's like, she's confused. And everybody at home is like, we confused because we like, what the hell are you talking about, girl? Make it make sense, okay? In the meantime, we cut over to see Asante going to pick up freaking flowers. And we TV, y'all think y'all so damn slick because he in the damn store like, oh, I want to get flowers for this special lady or whatever the case may be, and just show her how important and how special she is to me. And of course they gonna have him walking up to the door and ringing the damn doorbell at the same time that she's hearing the door knocking. And when she opens it, it's basically her family. And when he opens, get the door open where he at, is a whole nother freaking chick where he like, yeah, this is my new girl. I've been seeing her for about a month now. He say he working. He say he got his own house. He say he really happy. He say auntie is not in the picture no more. That she was more of just this good friend to him that was there for him. She understand what it is. She don't come with no drama. She not sitting over here cursing him out or nothing like that. She know what time it is. With Renika, that was really his main issue, is that she was calling him out on his shit, okay? And like everybody else is on some calm, cool, collective. They don't give a damn. They just take whatever the hell he giving, I guess. And so he can kind of rock with those type of females a little bit more. That's basically what it meant, for me. He was saying he had actually just talked to auntie early this morning, okay? But now he over here with his girl, and she's saying how she was about to chef him up something, and he was like, oh, don't burn it. But then the next thing we talking about is frozen, and it's going to take a couple hours to throw out. I said, well, girl, then you ain't about to chef up nothing. So then we say, do we want to watch a movie in the meantime? And it's like, yeah, let's go back and watch a movie. Then we go from we going to watch a movie to we making a movie. I said, child, whatever, right? And so we seeing damn, Renika and her family taking shots and got the Henny and pouring, liquor down her damn throat and all this and that. And so then we like, yo, I'm so confused. We got to go ahead in the back and we going to really sit down and have to talk. Because they was like, yeah, we've been hearing some stories. We heard about the detective and all this and that or whatever, right? And they like, we glad to see that you getting things together down here or whatever. And it seems like, you moved on. We done with Asante, right? And we not chasing him down no more. And she was like, yeah, I am done, but I'm still kind of like, I'm not done, but I'm not chasing him, but I'm still down here. That's the reason why I came here, but I did move on, but I'm still rocking with him. And it's like, girl, and she talking about, it stresses me out because I love him and we went through so much shit, so we do have this bond that brought us together. It's special and people can't understand it. I said, no, girl, we never will understand it. I'm sorry, we definitely do not, okay? And so she was like, you should be just tracing your dreams and your tours. That's what her sister was telling her. And she like, yeah, of course I'm doing that too. The most important thing to me is my family, my girls, and my career. And then conveniently, ring, 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 who on the phone but Ashanti, and we over here. So how you doing? How's your auntie doing or whatever? And it's like, oh, I'm not with her no more. I got a new girl. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you right and stuff like that, right? And her being back to her, you'll never have a real one like me. You'll never have a woman that loved me the way you do. It's not my fault that we're not together. This basically all falls on you and the choices that you made and the games that you wanted to play. And him saying, nah, if you was a little bit tamer, if you would calm it down a little bit, then I probably could have been with you and we could have made something work. And she's like, yeah, okay, well, you knew what it was when you got with me, and I'm not going to be tamer, and I'm not going to go for certain nonsense or whatever, right? And him saying, oh, well, why don't you come over to my house one night, and her being like, I'm not sure I really want to, though. I ain't even going to lie. And then him telling her to give him a damn kiss before they get off the phone, and she like, oh, no, that's a little weird. I can't do that, Bye, take care, love you. I'm always going to love you, and I'm always going to miss you, and I'm always going to care about you or whatever, right? And so, of course, we, see them get the hang up, and it felt so eerie to hear him say that, he was going to live his best life and he was going to take advantage of everything because you only get, one day, and that he didn't use Renika and he do still appreciate her and all the things that she did for him, and they still do have love for each other, but it was just that part of her that he couldn't deal with, and that, he only know how to just take things for what they are right now, and that comes from him being locked up and saying, you only get one life, so you literally have to do it, live it one day at a time. And it's like, that's the absolute truth, and the fact that his story ended the way that it did makes it even sadder, but may he rest in peace. They did show that he have 3 sons that he left behind, so prayers to them. That's unfortunate. I think it was also said allegedly that he also had somebody that was currently pregnant by him, and it was saying that him and Renika did see each other, one more time before he passed as friends. Okay, so that was pretty much what was going on with them. Moving on from them, who else did we have, child? We gonna go on over to Chelsa, child. Chelsa. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Mikey was gonna be the one that we was gonna have to watch out with for, around Chelsa. And I could respect the fact that Chelsa comes with a lot of abuse, a lot of people that took advantage of her. I could respect her father having concern. I could see where the concern comes from. I could respect her friend being overprotective of her. But when it's really all said and done, as we're looking anyway from the outside, it is not Chelsa who needs the damn protecting, in my opinion. It's damn Mikey. Mikey need to get up out of there, and Mikey need to focus on him and his damn daughter, child, because Chelsa is coming with too much shit. And I feel like whether it's a person that's coming out of jail or not, whether it's a male or a female, anybody that you are coming to that got this much damn drama, that needs to have some therapy for themselves, that got their kids getting in trouble with the law, they running back and forth to court with them, they can't remember or know what's going on with their damn household, and when they getting papers that's pertaining to their money, that's pertaining to their livelihood, in order for them to be able to take care of their kids, they cannot remember when they got caught they damn papers. The kids are sick. Don't get me wrong, life is life, and there be a lot of stuff going on, but I said no way, Jose. And then the way that house look like it's in chaos, child. That house look like it's in chaos. It don't look like there's no order around it whatsoever, and that seemed like a prime example of what Chelsa life is. Okay, honestly, I'm not trying to be funny either, because I'm not saying she's a bad person. I feel like all of these things come from everything that she's been through, and the most craziest thing to me and concerning thing is that 5 minutes into meeting her damn daughter, after Mikey gets there, because he's saying how this trip is really gonna make it or break it, he have concerns and different things that he want answers to, and he's really trying to make up his mind as to whether this is going to be a permanent decision for a place that he's going to move to, and how his daughter would be one of the number one reasons why he wouldn't move here. And he get here, he's sitting down and he talking with her, whatever. And it's like within the first 5 minutes, you meeting the kids, you're hearing about the son getting into trouble, and you're seeing cops outside the damn house, which is the last thing that he need as somebody that's on damn probation. He giving them the breakdown of that and how that works and how he had to get permission to get, go there or whatever, right? And then you seeing the damn daughter step outside and be like, yo, we done had so many men that came in and out this house. I said, that's it for me. I'm sorry, Chelsa, because no. It's bad enough that you have had your bad experiences, which I will absolutely not blame you for, and I really do hope you get the therapy for that. But then you've also invited bad experiences into your children's lives. There may be some abuse that done got inflicted on them. There, she talking about how people was coming in and out and yelling and screaming. You don't never bring nobody around your kids, yo. Period, point blank. And then even for Mikey to be 1 month out of prison and you have him coming near there, as much as I've been liking Mikey, like that's a no for me, dog. You do not do that. And you so much, I want him to be the father figure to my kids. I want him to come into my kids' life and boop-de-doop-de-doo. Not thinking about the fact that he's also leaving a damn child behind. I don't like nothing about this situation, yo. I honestly don't at all. I think it's crazy, right? But nonetheless, that was very concerning to hear her daughter say that. So she's skeptical. She like, he's not what I imagined. I heard his voice or whatever before. I'm trying to go ahead and see if I could give him a chance. I don't know if he's necessarily going to fit in here. And then the next thing Chelsa looking outside as if she just, did a damn bank robbery a little while ago or something. Talking about what the cops doing out there. If you ain't did nothing, then what they doing out there, girl? That Mikey having a heart-to-heart discussion with her son because he done heard about the trouble he getting in, and he like, you don't want to go down the road that I'm getting in. Then we get a knock at the door and we all gonna be looking around like, who's that, right? Only for it to be her friend. And again, I get you being concerned, girl, but at the same time, it's like maybe you actually need to be stopping and talking to Chelsa and saying, Chelsa, instead of you worried about getting into this damn relationship, how about you go and get your ass some freaking therapy that you never damn had? Get this freaking house in order and make sure your kids is doing what they supposed to do. She over here trying to give Mikey the third degree and talking about some, all the stuff she went through, and you have to be patient with her and understanding. And at first I thought you was faking with that whole stroke thing. I said, well, that I can't lie, girl. We all did until we found out, how serious it really was or whatever, right? And she's over here like, you gonna make sure you do what you gotta do, and you gonna step up and you gonna be there for her. But you ain't asked this man nothing but about himself besides the fact of, did you ever use drugs? Did you ever have any abuse issues or whatever? And then was looking like if she was kind of annoyed when he was being honest about it. Like, yeah, actually I did. And, when I went to jail or whatever the case may be, or prison, that was part of what helped me get cleaned up. And I'm not trying to go down, that road again. And then, the son had ended up coming and asking her, can I see you for a minute, saying he need help. So that I kind of left her and the friends to be able to talk by themselves for a minute. And then it went to her youngest son that he have already been talking on the phone with, him wanting to actually show him around. And I liked that when he was showing him around, he was like, I like this. And yeah, this is how my room used to be. And this is how you would expect the kid to be, and so on and so forth. And so while they up there showing him around, Chelsa trying to paint a certain picture like, he kept asking me about my money and where did I get the money from in my bank, and her friend saying, well, what was he asking you about that for? Why did he need to know that? I don't like that. That's a bad sign. And she's going into, because I've had all these different people that have stolen money from me in the past, so I'm not going to tell nobody where I'm getting my money from. And then the friend going to talk about something, tell him you made our OnlyFans, and we going to chuckle about that. And while I do agree that I don't have to tell you everything. My mama always said, don't say everything, Chelsa. You had no business saying nothing to begin with. You should have never brought it up if you didn't want him to know about it. And it does make you look funny that you was just over here crying, saying how everything had been taken from you. You lost your stamps. You lost your SSI. You lost your SSA. You wasn't going to be able to get nothing. You didn't know how y'all was going to eat. You didn't know how you was going to pay your bills. How could you possibly think about sex when you ain't got two nickels to rub together? So, I got $5,000 $100,000 in the bank, anybody's gonna ask that damn question of where did that come from all of a sudden if you wasn't supposed to have nothing. You put it out there. So at the same time that I can understand where y'all coming from with, what are you questioning me about my money for? It's like if your ass put it out there and you just was saying something different, I'm going to ask you a question about it. I'm sure if it was the opposite way around and he had told you that and then all of a sudden he had money, you would question him too. That's just freaking common sense, and you're not telling your friend all about that part of the story. So of course she just looking at it from the perspective of what he asking you about your money for. Oh, tell him his OnlyFans and then we gonna laugh about it. Like, really, that's the advice you gonna give her? You don't seem like you very smart either as a damn friend, okay? So moving on from there, Mikey had this idea that they would go horseback riding. He really wanted to do this date with her, but all of a sudden the next day, child, I don't know whether the food had like some poisoning in it or whatever that the kids ate, or child, okay, or everybody all of a sudden had a cold, but the next day we was all sick and we all needed damn Pepto-Bismol and couldn't get out the bed, and she's getting frustrated with Mikey again, like, I can't go nowhere, I can't do nothing because the kids are sick, and he's over here telling her, like, I really wanted to do something good, think about it, you got Geo, they'll be fine, they in the bed, you already gave them medicine, he could come and check on them, I had plans for me and you for us to go horseback riding. I know how much, you like the horses or whatever the case may be. And that seemed to put a little small, smile on her face or whatever. He was like, you and me would be riding the horses. And she's saying that's beautiful. And another sad thing to me was the fact that she was like, this would be my first date I ever had. I said, you got 3 kids and you ain't never been on a date, Chelsa? Like, it just shows that she have a very low self-esteem. I don't know if it comes from the fact that she is deaf or, sign language and different things of that. And that probably affected, I'm sure, how she deals with people and the friendships that she make. But just to think of all the different type of abuse that she's endured. And then you got 3 kids here and you saying you never been on a daggone formal date. Like, girl. And if it feels like she don't even feel like she deserves, like she believes she deserves to go on one. Child, but anyway, the kids told her they understood, and she said she was going, and she said Gio had they back, if they needed him or whatever. So now we supposed to be on our way to this, and we supposed to be going to this date, and we having a good vibe. She never had any of this, whether it was something with ice skating, dancing, you name it, okay? We all of a sudden start getting messages and we getting upset while we driving, and he's telling her, calm down, don't be driving crazy and don't be acting like that while you driving. What's going on? And we finding out that it's Corey's damn probation officer, and she supposed to be over at the court, and he like, is you and Corey on the way to court? And she like, what are you talking about? For what? I didn't get no paperwork. He has some type of petty theft, and she's saying she got to go to the courthouse, and she's like, her and her son Corey was supposed to be there, and he has these theft charges. So now if he's not there, she could actually end up going to jail. And he's saying to tell them she in school, and she's like, I'm going to tell them that Corey is sick. And she was like, all I know is I never got the letter. And I'm like, here we go again, girl, because before you said you never got the letter for Social Security, you never got the letter for damn food stamp. Like, is your damn mail going to where it's supposed to go to? Because these is things that you can't play with. And he's saying the date could wait, it'll be fine, let's go handle what we doing. And she was like, I'm scared of you being there with me, I'm scared of getting in trouble. And he's saying, no, I'm fine, it's fine. He's trying to keep her down. He got his own anxiety because he don't like being around cops and courthouses and stuff like that, And she basically was like, I gotta, oh my God. And she's jumping out the damn, car like, I'm worried about Corey. And I'm like, I get it, because that is a situation that's scary and that you're gonna, have anxiety and stuff like that over. But also, girl, I need you to have better management over your life and what's going on with your kids. Like, instead of you being out here dating damn, child, I'm sorry, I'm about to forget his freaking name, because Mikey, okay, as much as I like him, I feel like your priorities is in the wrong place. I think that maybe you and Mikey honestly might need a damn break, and there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all may need to do like a long distance relationship in the time being until y'all can get all y'all stuff together. And that is him getting to know his daughter after being missing out of her life for 4 years, and that is you getting to take care of what you need to take care for you and your kids, in my opinion. This is ridiculous, okay? So after him sitting out there waiting for a minute, she come on back out to the car. Everything ended up working out. You know, we was all nervous and crazy for nothing. All I had to do was tell them this and that. They gave me the paperwork, and we gonna be able to come back another time. Okay, cool. So now, you know, we getting down to the wire where he got to get ready to make his decision, and he got to get ready to get his behind back on home. And we sitting inside this diner, and we like, yo, are you finally going to tell me what's good with this damn money? And she over here like, no, why the hell do you need to know about the money? Why are you asking me about the money? And he was like, because I need to know that we going to keep it real with each other. We going to be honest. It's not going to be no lies between us. He like, I tell you everything. Why can't you tell me everything? And she is basically still looking at him like he got 3 damn heads. So Mikey said, F this, I'm up out of here. And he jump up to leave, and she jump up, you gonna leave? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, you're putting on like a show in here. Everybody's looking at us. And he like, I don't give a damn. So then she finally tell him to sit back down. And he's saying he got doubt in his mind, you know, with everything that's going on. And then when she finally opens up and tells him, child, we talking about that's the money that was left over from my mama life insurance. Girl, okay, that's all you had to say. Like, that's not even that serious. He had to start laughing because he like, all kind of shit is going through my head. I'm like, well, is she selling drugs? Is she doing this? Is she doing that? And she starts laughing like, how the hell could you think that if I was selling drugs, then I wouldn't be owing no damn money? My house would be paid off. And then gonna say I wouldn't be out here looking like a crackhead. So girl, I don't think you look like a crackhead, child, but you know. So, you know, he like, we just can't move forward if you don't trust me and I don't trust you, and we can't be honest with each other. He said, you know, I'm giving up a lot too. The same way you felt about your kids, that's how I feel about my daughter. That really is a big reason why I feel like, you know, it would be hard for me to go ahead and make this move over here, because at one point he even wrote down, you know, some stuff on a damn napkin, and I think it was like the things that would be pros for him would be like being close to her, having a job, getting to know her family, being able to have sex with her, things of that nature. And the con, I know, was his daughter, and I think probably his sisters or whatever, as far as not moving there. And I said, Mikey, honestly, you could still have those pros and be long distance, baby, and visit her when you can. But he was telling her, like, it can't be no hiding nothing. We got to be all in this together, whatever. I know it's hard, and you've been through your things, and, you know, you have your reasons why you can't trust people. Because when he was like, well, why the hell you didn't tell me about, you know, what it was from the get-go, she was like, because so many people have done me dirty and have stole from me in the past. I could relate to that, you know, and be just me personally. And he was like, all right, well, I'm not those people, and I'm not going to do that to you. And we have to be able to build trust, you know. And so she's kind of reassuring him like, oh, I'm going to definitely make sure that you see your daughter. I'm going to make sure you be able to get back and forth to your daughter, and nothing keeps you from your daughter, and that you and your daughter can have, you know, this relationship and stuff like that. And he over here like, okay, he flips the napkin over and writes Ohio on it. And I don't agree with your decision, Mikey. I have such a different outlook on you and Chelsea's relationship now, but I do wish you the best regardless. You know, once we leaving, we saying, yeah, we starting this life together, we all in, we gonna try this. And she over here now all of a sudden telling him she gonna take him home and rock his world and give him the best sex that he ever had before, you know, he go ahead to leave. I said, child, whatever, Chelsea. I want Mikey to go back and be with his daughter. I feel like his daughter already got cheated out of 4 years, and I feel like she's the one that deserves all his attention right now, period. Okay? But moving on from there, child, we gonna be seeing them probably some more too. And finding out what the hell gonna happen, you know, with they damn story. Because right now they say they still all in with each other, and they still gonna make it, you know, do what it do. I said, Lord, if y'all say so, okay, all we can do is go by what they tell us. No more, no damn less. So, child, we get on over to Britney and damn Andy. I said, why are we still being shown Britney and Andy? Didn't Andy say bye and Britney said bye? What else do we need to know? I don't need Britney and Andy to ever come across my TV screen again, ever, 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 ever in life. Okay. What did y'all not understand, WeTV? And they said, no, we just gonna give you this update. So Britney trash ass is out here, actually looks halfway decent. She's saying she clean now. She's saying she ain't gonna say that she putting, her kids first or whatever, because she have been messing up, but she want to have them be first and she want to have a relationship with us. And she letting us know by no surprise that any of us expected anything damn different, that her raggedy ass, went out here and was on like a 7-day damn bender where she basically spent up that $500 on some meth and was getting high out her damn mind. Came down from that and apparently now has been cleaned on this drug test and trying to prove that, she's doing the right thing and she moving in the right direction. And she going over here to meet up with this friend because her daughter's in college. Good for her. I'm so glad that she's able to get away and do her own thing in college or whatever, right? And she want to be able to send her this care package. And we saying how, we really haven't spoke to Andy and we staying away from Andy. And we seeing the contrast of Andy meeting up with his kids for him to go fishing, and saying how ironic it was that the last time he was around Britney, we was talking about fishing. And that's when everything blew up and she just started acting crazy out of nowhere and he didn't know what was going on or whatever. And it's been about 20 years since he's got a chance to come out here. And the kids kind of being like, well, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so, right? We knew that this was going to go in this direction, whatever. So it sounds like you dodged a bullet, big time. If she would have had any drugs or she would have been doing any drugs, that could have been an effect on us. We could have gotten in trouble for it as well, because they were saying, do you think that she got back mixed up in drugs? He's like, yo, I don't know, but I know every time I turned around, she wanted me to take out money. And he was saying how sometimes she periodically was still text him here and there from some unknown numbers or something along them lines. So now when she get in the store with her friend, she talking to her friend or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'm glad I got away from him and he wasn't nothing but a scammer. And I said, a scammer calling a scammer, if that ain't the biggest damn joke of them all, right? And how she want her help to look for this care package that she supposedly putting away. And this is a friend that they did time together. They get high together. Now they could be sober together. And so she's saying, yeah, and guess what? Not only is he the biggest loser that there ever was, but look at this. Look who was messaging me. And come to find out, apparently Andy ass was married this whole time. He had never officially got a divorce, even though he was supposed to be supposedly, quote unquote, separated. And this person was messaging her all over Facebook, messaging her family. I said, damn, that's messy. What the hell you messaging her and her damn family for? All right. And so, the friend is looking at the messages and it's hard. It's things that's saying, I miss you and all this stuff. So they basically like, wait, he was married the whole time? Yeah, apparently he was, right? In the meantime, we flipping back to him and his kids. And they like, so y'all pretty much done. That's that with that. You moving on with your life. And he's like, yeah. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be messing with that no more. I learned my lesson. I'm on to bigger and better things. And, it's all about doing what's important for me now and things of that nature. I learned my lesson and that's behind me. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? And so when we get back to her and her friend looking at the different, text messages, and it's like, yeah, he lied the whole time or whatever the case may be. She's saying how he has still promised her this other $200 and how she was supposed to get the $200 whether they were together or they weren't together. And this supposed friend of hers is like, girl, well, ask him for that $200. Tell him he still have to get it, get it to you. Because she like, yeah, key words was he promised it whether we was together or not. I said, girl, Britney, if you don't get the hell up out my face, like take that money that you that you used on drugs both times, but lied on your kids the first time saying that you gave it to them. and pull that shit up out your ass. Excuse me, y'all, but this chick really, really rubs me the wrong damn way. And use that to get your daughter's care package. Like the audacity for you to be in this damn store talking about he should send me another $200 to help towards the care package, and for the friend to be pushing your ass to do it instead of checking you and putting you in your place, which is what a real damn friend would do, and telling you like, yeah, girl, you should go ahead and message him and tell him you owe me and you better give me that money, that $200 that you owe me regardless of what. But I can't even put that energy into it and get myself upset and make my blood pressure go up, because what does Andy dumbass do? He fronts for his kids and go and talk about some, oh, I just ignored that call. Oh, wait, let me show you a magic trick. I just blocked the call. Oh, let me take it a step further. I got another magic trick. I just deleted the call. Only for her to laugh like a mother up in the damn confessional and say, guess what? Andy just sent me the money and said, hopefully I'm never going to hear from you again. You will leave me alone. I said, Andy, get the hell up on my face. Britney, get the hell up on my face. I hope I never see neither one of y'all again. She calls up her daughter and tells her that she, want to bring this care package to her and just let her know the date. And when we was getting the updates, it did look like she actually kept her word in the meantime anyway, and did get to go up there and see her daughter and bring the damn care package to her. I said, well, at least your raggedy ass could do that. I just can't believe how sick I am. I've never been more sick of two damn individuals in my life. And like I said, I've been watching Love After Lockup a long time. These two really pressed my damn buttons. Good riddance, okay? Goodbye, good riddance. Never want to see you again. Get the hell up out of our damn face. In the meantime, so far she was staying sober and she did make it to see her daughter. Andy divorce was finalized and he was still single, and they was saying some shit about he still was hoping that one day she would come back. I said, Andy, you dumb as a damn doornail too, okay? And, like I said, with Jomi and Red, they was still trying to see where their relationship could go and saying the life that they was going to get into with each other. We was still hearing that Anthony was working on his damn anger management, so I already spoke on that and how I don't see how that's going to make a difference, but hopefully he's still getting anger management while he locked up in there. Louis was supposed to be on his way to go see Melissa, and they still was trying to see what they could have. Key Rock was trying to possibly have plans of marrying Britney soon and seeing what their damn relationship could be. And Anika, like I said, did get to see, Ashanti one last time. And I think that was it, y'all. I think that was it. Life after Lockup is going to be interesting because we're going to continue the Louis and Melissa story. We're going to continue the Key Rock and Britney story. We're going to continue the Jomi and Red story. But then we got some of our old ones coming back. We got Aries and Cameron in the building. I'm here for it. I want to know what's going down. We got Chevelle and Quaylen. Look like it's going to be a whole ass hot mess. I'm here for it. I want to see what's going down. We got Justine and Michael back in the building. I'm here for it. I want to see what's going down. But then we got Sean and Sarah, and I'm like, oh, why? I don't want to see them. No. And then we got Taylor and Chance that's been out here on social media supposedly with their bullshit. And then the worst one that we got back, y'all, that I just said, who asked for this? WeTV, y'all love playing in our damn face. We got Blaine and Lindsay. Like, what? No. Y'all could have kept them off of here, too. So, I don't know, y'all. We'll see what this season gonna give. That's what we got. That will be the new season coming to us next Friday, child. Let me know if y'all gonna be watching that one, too. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Anything that I ain't talk about in the video, we could talk about it down in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky, y'all. Till next time, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. If you are so inclined. Till next time, y'all. Toodaloo.